The history of Cupid and Valentine's Day. The mythological origins of Cupid. Cupid, one of the most recognized symbols of love, has roots in ancient Roman and Greek mythology. In Roman mythology, Cupid is the god of desire, erotic love, attraction, and affection. His Greek counterpart, Eros, was initially depicted as a primordial deity of love, emerging from chaos at the dawn of creation. Over time, Eros evolved into the mischievous, winged youth we now associate with Cupid. In Roman tradition, Cupid is often described as the son of Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, and Mars, the god of war. This duality symbolized the interplay between love and conflict. Cupid's defining feature is his bow and arrows, which he uses to instill uncontrollable feelings of love with gold-tipped arrows, or indifference with lead-tipped arrows, in his targets. One of the most enduring myths of Cupid involves his romance with Psyche, a mortal woman whose beauty rivaled Venus. Their love story is detailed in Apuleius' 2nd century AD novel, The Golden Ass, and highlights themes of trust, betrayal, and redemption, with Cupid and Psyche ultimately achieving eternal unity. The transition to a Valentine's Day symbol. The connection between Cupid and Valentine's Day developed over centuries. Valentine's Day, as we know it today, has roots in both pagan festivals and Christian traditions. Before Christianity, the Romans celebrated a mid-February fertility festival called Lupercalia, dedicated to Faunus, the god of agriculture, and Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome. This festival involved rituals intended to ensure fertility and included a matchmaking lottery where young men and women were paired together. By the late 5th century, Pope Gelasius I replaced Lupercalia with St. Valentine's Day, shifting the focus from pagan rituals to a day honoring one or more Christian martyrs named Valentine. There were several street Valentines in early Christian history, but the most famous account involves a priest who defied Emperor Claudius II's orders prohibiting soldiers from marrying. The priest secretly performed marriages and was eventually executed for his actions. Over time, street Valentine became associated with love and devotion. Cupid's association with Valentine's Day likely solidified during the Renaissance when classical mythology regained popularity in art and literature. Artists such as Botticelli depicted Cupid alongside Venus, and poets referenced his mischievous role in romantic affairs, linking him to the ideals of courtly love that permeated European culture. The development of Valentine's Day traditions. The romanticization of Valentine's Day took a significant step forward in the 14th century, thanks to Geoffrey Chaucer. In his poem Parliament of Fowls, Chaucer connected Valentine's Day with romantic love, suggesting that birds chose their mates on February 14th. This idea resonated with the medieval European aristocracy, who began celebrating the day with handwritten love notes and gifts. During the 18th and 19th centuries, Valentine's Day gained widespread popularity in England and the United States. The Industrial Revolution played a critical role in its evolution, as mass-produced Valentine's Day cards became available. The Victorian era, in particular, saw an explosion of elaborate cards adorned with lace, ribbons, and Cupid imagery. The commercialization of Valentine's Day further cemented Cupid as the quintessential symbol of romantic love. Cupid's modern representation. Today, Cupid is often depicted as a chubby, winged cherub wielding a bow and arrows, a shift from the slender, mischievous youth of classical antiquity. His image is omnipresent during Valentine's Day, adorning everything from greeting cards to chocolates and advertisements. Despite this modernized, childlike portrayal, Cupid retains his ancient role as the instigator of love, continuing to symbolize the unpredictable and often irrational nature of romantic attraction. Valentine's Day in contemporary culture. Valentine's Day has become a global phenomenon, celebrated in various forms worldwide. In the United States, the holiday is synonymous with exchanging cards, flowers, and chocolates. Countries like Japan and South Korea have unique traditions, such as women giving chocolates to men on February 14th, followed by White Day on March 14th, when men return the favor. Meanwhile, in countries such as India and China, Valentine's Day has grown in popularity despite cultural resistance in some quarters. It is often embraced by younger generations as a celebration of love and modernity. Debates and critiques. Despite its widespread popularity, Valentine's Day has its critics. Some view it as overly commercialized, emphasizing consumerism rather than genuine expressions of love. Others critique its narrow focus on romantic relationships, which can exclude those who are single or celebrate love in non-romantic ways. In response, some people have embraced alternative celebrations like Valentini's Day or Singles Awareness Day, which broaden the holiday's inclusivity. A holiday rooted in love and myth. Ultimately, the history of Cupid and Valentine's Day illustrates the enduring human fascination with love in its many forms. From its mythological origins in ancient Rome and Greece to its transformation into a Christian feast day and eventual commercialization, Valentine's Day has evolved over millennia while retaining its core focus on affection and connection. Cupid, with his timeless bow and arrows, remains a symbol of love's power to inspire, unite, and, occasionally, confound us all.